Now let's talk about exporting data. So we'll show you a couple ways. File, come on, Excel. Save as. Say, I think this is the easiest way. Comma separated. It likes it. There's not much to do. Just give it a file name that it's reasonable. Boom, save as. And away it goes. That's it. So here's what the comma separated value files .csv is the extension on the PC. Here's what this file looks like in Microsoft Word. You'll notice all the commas are there now. Okay. Let's go back to our data and do some more saving. There we go. Now, I showed you save as CSV. Let's do it a little different way this time. Export. This time I want to change file type. Now, it's a little more complicated. So it gives you all the options. Let's do tab delimited text. We'll save it as tab delimited text. And then save as. There it is. Okay. Just like it's a lot like the save as dialog. It's just a little more messing around, which is why I don't prefer it. I don't like it. So this should be tab delimited text, save. And as soon as the file is ready, I'll open it up in Word and show it to you. It doesn't, now, Excel's going to tell us it doesn't support multiple worksheets. So it's only going to save this sheet. If I had multiple worksheets on the previous file, the CSV file save, it would give me the same dialog. So yeah, I want to transfer it to another program, so I can't have many worksheets. And now I'll open it up in Word to show you what it looks like. Here's what the file looks like in Word with all the tabs where they should be. Next file type. Now, CSV, comma separated values, and tab delimited are two very common ways that people move data from one piece of software to another piece of software. Delimited is not delimited. Fixed width is another way. To do fixed width in Excel, though, is a little tricky. So I'm going to select these three. Before I do that, I want to do one thing. Equals len, yes, returns the number of characters in a text string. I want to know, first of all, how many characters are in this word. And there's 19. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the column width on these three to be 19 plus 1. So column width, there it is, 19 plus 1. I'm going to make them all equal 20. So it's like that. Now, if I save this as a PRN file before, it wouldn't work very well. This time it will. You'll notice when we imported the PRN files that the numbers were aligned right, the text words were aligned left, just like it shows in the Excel spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go back to export again. I don't think PRN is an option. Obviously, with exporting, you can create PDF. Where's PRN? PRN's not an option. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. There it is. Sorry about that. Wrong. It was an option. So we can do it this way. Save it. just to make it distinct from the files we worked on previously, I'll just change the name of here. Just make it file number 2. And then we'll open this up in Word and let you take a look at it to see what it looks like. Okay, here's what the file looks like in Word, and you will notice that numbers are aligned right. The the words, the character strings are aligned left. And if we put our column boundaries right here and right here, remember when we imported, I had to put the column boundary right before the C and it worked, or right before the V and it worked. Put the column boundaries there and it worked. So now you know how to send data out in a fixed width format. You have to set the column width first, and we've gone through importing it. So let's go on to the next file type. What we want to talk about next, is saving as HTML now. It won't be the nice, neat HTML like like you saw previously. There we go. I want to open up my HTML file. There it is. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Well, might as well show developer tools. Let's get over here. So with developer tools in Chrome, sometimes you guys open it by accident, by the way. It's these triple dots up here, more tools, developer tools. I wanted to open this in Notepad just to show you what it looked like. There. This is showing the developer tools. So this will show you the structure of the web page, is what this does. So it's a real simple web page. So click the little down arrow for body. Come on, body. I want to show it. Table. Click the down arrow for table. Click the down arrow for table body. Click the down arrow for each row. You can interrogate each row separately. So it's a tree structure. There it is. Okay. So here's all the data. And when I click on when I hover over a particular row, it just shows me, it highlights the data that this code is referring to. So anyway, easy structure, right? Okay, let's close my developer tools. Now, let's go save our Excel spreadsheet as HTML. File, export. Of course, I could do it as save as also. Another file type, HTML. I want to make sure HTML is not in the list. It's not. So click another file type, save as another file type. Come on, wake up, dialog. Where are you? Okay, there. Come on, wake up. Here's my little timer going. Okay. Now, this is identical to the save as dialog. Now, we're going to save it as HTML. There it is. And then we're going to take a look at it in Google Chrome. Notice Microsoft Word uses 3 letters, HTM. A lot of web pages use HTML, by the way. Different extensions on the PC. So I'm going to save away. I'm going to keep using that format. Want to save away. Then I want to open it up. There it is. So here's my spreadsheet saved as an HTML. You can't see much from it. What I want to do now, there's my HTML file. I want to open it in Google Chrome and do the developer tools again, just like before. So open the developer tools. Now the data is going to look identical, but it's really complicated. Now, first of all, Google doesn't like what Microsoft did. So we have our HTML. It's in a frame set. Come on, I'm trying to drop down the arrow. Drop down the frame set. Come on, frame set, drop down. There, it's dropping down. Now, this is tab strip. This is probably the one I want. Files, sheet 5. There we go. Come on. So I'm clicking that. So I'm going to go to a different file now. So remember, the previous one is in one file. This is going to be in a different file. Come on, document. Let's get that document open. That's what I'm trying to do. Document, there it is. Drop down. And it's got to think a while. Document, 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 document. There it is. Now I got to drop down the HTML and all these different commands and stuff like that. Drop down the document. Come on, keep going. There we go. I'm interested in the body. Finally, get to my data. Finally, I'm getting to the data. A lot more complicated. Body. The code is just one thing about developer tools in Microsoft Excel, in one thing about developer tools on Google is that you can drill down to what you need. So now we're finally seeing the data. Here's the next row of data. And it's got all sorts of style guides and stuff like that. It has the headings. We don't have an align right with the data, with the numbers. We do have an align right command. And so on. And it keeps going. So it's just a lot more complicated to save it as an HTML page here. Now here's the advantage of saving your Excel as an HTML file. Guess what? All the other tabs are still here. So I can click here, other data, other data. Let's test to see if this HTML page will copy and paste into an Excel file like I tried to do earlier. Okay. It came through. So that time it came through okay. Now, I don't know why it didn't work before. Notice something weird about it though. The HTML spanned 2 columns. So we have 2 columns right down to the very end. That's kind of weird that, excuse me, the one column, one cell expands 2 columns, but right at the very end it goes back to 2 columns again. Don't get that. Okay, don't worry about it. End of this video. Next video, we're going to talk about linking data.